Many people are feeling the effects of the recent flooding, but for farmers, it can impact their livelihood. Corey O'Leary talked with one farmer reeling from the recent weather and learned what his concerns are going forward.
Deer Creek, which is normally just a stream. However, last week it overflowed and deposited trash and sediment all around it. The problem for Kisling Farms is Deer Creek runs directly through their property.
The water came down from the hills, it immediately went over the banks, and it broke out in multiple locations. And it flooded for a good 36 hours the first time, and it deposited a lot of silt and trash, and it took all the irrigation hoses with it, 25 acres or so, and about 40 of it was underwater.
Lukas Kisling says the ground needs to be leveled before harvest.
Of course, we're worried about getting the ground back in shape, and we can't fertilize until we get the irrigation system fixed. So this is when we're normally starting to inject fertilizers into the irrigation system. It'll probably take most of the summer. We'll be working on getting it back in shape before harvest in August, September.
Lukas says he's unsure right now what impact this will have on his crops in the long run.
Pretty good idea here in about a month what nuts set and if we have a crop or not. I mean, even before the flood, the weather has been not ideal for almonds. It's been very wet, very cold. The bees just didn't want to fly. And then on top of that, we were flooding. So disease pressure will be higher than normal. That ranch, whenever the creek runs longer into the season, we have more disease pressure, just more moisture in the air.
Brian Hockett, district manager of the Northwest Kern Resource Conservation District, told me many of the farmers he works with have been impacted.
In one area along Poso Creek, they experienced about, as I said, 2 feet of sand in about 15 acres, which pushed out a lot of the hose. They're looking at maybe $50,000 worth of replacement costs.
You don't like to see it. We like the rain, but just a little too much of it. And like I said, usually it breaks out, but it's just not that bad. This year was something different. It was a lot of water.
Although his farm was impacted by the flooding, Kisling tells me it wasn't even the worst in the area. At Kisling Farms, north of Delano, Corey O'Leary, 23 ABC News, connecting you.